Hi Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a spirit guide message reading for you. Now, this reading is undated because I firmly believe that whenever you come across it is the exact right time that your spirit guide is contacting you with this message. So let's see now, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, what your spirit guide has to say. I'm going to put aside the clarifying cards, not clarifying, but the extended reading cards that we're going to be doing at the end. Okay? And then your fairy guidance. Well, these are your witchling cards, and these are your fairy guidance. There we go. Got this right? Okay, fantastic. So let's see now, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, the message from your spirit guide. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. 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 Ooh, goodness. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Fantastic. That's where the cards fell, so that's where Spirit wants me to stop. At the center of everything, Sagittarius, is the Queen of Fires. That is you coming through. In the minor arcana, you are represented by the wands, by fire. You are represented by the Temperance card in the major arcana. You are crowned by the Seven of Air, the Seven of Swords, and then we have the Two of Earth. Now, these cards are the Angel Tarot cards. If you can see that right down there. There is writing, so I feel as if Spirit can give you a more kind of out of the horse's mouth kind of message because they already have writing there at the bottom. Then we have the Nine of Earth, Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit of Virgo energy around you, Renewal, okay, the Judgment card in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Oh my gosh, and the King of Fire. Now, this excites me because whenever I have the King and Queen of the same suit from the same deck in the same reading, in the main reading or any reading, this is a soulmate connection. This is a coming into your full power. This is a uniting with yourself. This is your power, your essence moving you forward. And there can be, for some of you Sagittarians out there, there could be a person that you're going to meet, can be romantically, it doesn't have to be though, that is just, you're just going to click with, and you can know them for quite some time or for a fleeting moment, but here it is a powerful connection. Then we have the Five of Air, the Five of Swords, the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands, and the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles. Oh, goodness, you can't see that. Last card. There we go. Okay, brilliant. Just going to put these cards off to the side. Now let's do your fairy guidance. Sagittarius. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay, these two. Healing and compassion. And I feel that this is more internally healing yourself and having compassion for yourself here, Sagittarius, is going to be a powerful step forward for you. Your fairy guidance. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Spirit guide's message. Okay. Now these were already shuffled and meditated upon beforehand, so when they just pop out like that, it's fantastic. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Spirit guide's message for Sagittarius. Show me clearly, show me clearly, show me clearly. Okay. Strength and cleansing. So we're starting here with strength. And this says, inner strength, excuse me, inner strength is the power within that pushes action into all areas of life. You are summoning your inner strength, your inner power, and your inner truth. Sagittarius. There is a strength to you that you've been ignoring. There is a power to you that you have thought either it wasn't a power or you've overlooked it. But here, this is stepping into your truth, and this is stepping into your strength. And this can be that your greatest strength is your kindness. This can be that your greatest strength is listening to your heart. It's something here where most people would think that it wasn't a strength. They would see it almost as a weakness. Now, it can be your capacity for healing, okay? A healing kind of fire around you. and your capacity for compassion. Now, that's what Spirit is saying. It's your capacity for healing and compassion. Now, most people would not see that as a strength, because most people think that whatever a strength is, it has to be brute force-ish. It has to be, avoiding things above other people. And this is not your strength. That is not your strength. The color that shines through here is orange. It's healing and cleansing your sacral chakra, where a lot of negativity from this life and past lives are held. So with that cleanse, okay, you are empowered. I would actually recommend listening to a sacral chakra cleanse before you go to sleep at night, or when you have free moments. If you just wanted something to listen to, a sacral chakra cleanse would be highly empowering to you, because your next card here is cleansing. And this says, energy cleansing creates a healthy and harmonious space for which to thrive. And the energy that I really see you needing to cleanse here is the sacral chakra, letting go of the negativity. Now, the heart chakra also needs to be cleansed, just because I believe for everyone that the heart chakra is a fantastic chakra to cleanse kind of constantly, just like the sacral chakra, because we hold so much weight and we hold so much pain within our hearts, because we are emotional beings. Even though we might want to sit there and say we're logical beings, we can figure everything out, but our emotions really dictate so much about ourselves. So here, with the healing and the cleansing of your emotional heart, you are going to be empowered to move forward. You're going to feel more steady upon your feet, and you are going to be able to ignite this passion that really moves you forward. I want you to be aware of energy. Okay, so you're going to be focusing your energy, right? You're going to be saying, this is where I stand, this is where I need to be, right? But for a lot of you Sagittarians, there is going to be a sense that you're holding on to the wrong thing, because as you come into your power, there's jealousy. And when I see the Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles, that's my vampiric energy card, okay? That's my emotional vampire card. So there's somebody who's draining you. There's somebody who's just stifling the energy away, who's taking away your power. It can be a person. It can be that you're working yourself into the ground. It can be that you're giving too much of yourself. It's going to be different for each and every one of you, all right? But what your spirit guide is saying here is focus. No, not focus. Be aware of where you're focusing your energy, okay? Because for a lot of you Sagittarians, you are coming into a beautiful power, and it's bringing you a blessing that is just divine. It's absolutely exquisite. But there has to be a healing that comes before it. And that's where we move to healing right here. And this says, a healthy body thrives with a constant flow of balanced energy. Balancing your energy is going to have the essence of you thrive and move you forward. Then we move to compassion. Okay? By widening your circle for compassion for all nature's creatures, your spirit will soar. And not forgetting to be compassionate to yourself, but walk gently, right? Walk gently on this earth. Move kindly. And that's what I believe very full-heartedly in, is that if we moved kindly, if we walk gently, if we just embraced a sense of love and compassion, right? When it comes, if we move in kindness, and if we believe in kindness, almost above all else, it is going to be an empowering state. And I see that for you here, Sagittarius, because there's such a passion around you. Okay? We start here at your heart with the Queen of Fire. And this says, confident, warm, intelligent, graceful, right? It says, stretch your wings and fly. Don't underestimate yourself. Assert your independence and creativity. This is claiming your power. This is asserting what you want, where you want to stand, what you desire. All right? And I'm going to just jump right here. And I know this isn't how I usually do it. If you're new, I usually go heart to heart, okay, with each one. But I want to talk for a minute about the Queen of Fire and the King of Fire. The King of Fire is motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. It says focus, focus, commitment with vision, and be a leader. Advice for someone creative. Sorry, I find the type here a bit hard to read. Advice from someone creative. So there's advice here from someone creative, and I'm actually seeing it more as your spirit guide. And for a lot of you, there's going to be a beautiful partnership between you and your spirit guide during this time that's going to bring in a balance of the masculine and feminine energy that makes up our essence, our beings. And there is a sense here of you claiming this power and this truth as you move forward. So there is a very strong sense, just right off the beginning of this reading, of that soulmate connection, that true love connection, that sense of falling into harmony with yourself. It doesn't have to be that you are falling in love with anyone romantically. It can be that you're falling in love with your life, you're falling in love with the way that you're moving forward, but that's where your spirit guide wants you to be, in that place of seeing the endless possibilities as you claim your desires. There's a creativity around you that your spirit guide wants you to embrace, because then we have the 3 of fire, and this says abundance. Things look very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Right? This isn't just looking at right now. Your spirit guide is looking at the days, the weeks, the months, the years to come, and saying, where is it that you stand here, Sagittarius? What is it that you want? Because at your heart is passion. At your heart is the fire that makes up the essence of your sign. Right? No matter where this falls into place. But there's a passion, there's a creativity to you that your spirit guide is saying, enough of saying, okay, one day I'll get there, one day I'll look at it, one day I will be the person that I want to be. Let's start now. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be that you quit your job and, join the circuits or anything like that. I actually highly recommend that you don't. You keep yourself financially secure, all right? Because not being able to pay your bills is not a place anybody wants to be, believe me, all right? So here, being able to keep your prosperity, keep your abundance, but start focusing on what you want. Start focusing on what you desire, because you are crowned with the 7 of Swords. This says, plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. There's a sense here of you being overwhelmed, of feeling trapped, feeling scared. Not feeling as if you're in the right place, right? And it is paired at your crown with the 5 of air, the 5 of Swords. And this is an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. So you are crowned with doubt. You are crowned with being told to kind of step back a little bit. Look at things and don't trust fully. I know that might be hard. And I myself, look at things and I always want to see the best in people. And sometimes it can be foolish. And people sit there and they say, oh, that's naive. But it's not. It's still having the strength to move forward in love. And I can only use, Spirit was saying, tell them that. So I'm not trying to take the message and make it about me, but I was giving an example here because there is a sense of feeling naive about something, of feeling as if, oh my gosh, I should have seen this, I should have done better, and you're going to actually take the blame and put it on yourself. You can, for a little bit, put it on other people, and you might, but in the end, you're going to sit there and really be kicking yourself because of the feelings of being trapped, the feelings of being overwhelmed, the feelings of questioning yourself. And here, your spirit guide is saying, recognize it. Recognize the trap that you feel in. Recognize the pain that you have been through. But then do not carry it with you. The 5 of Swords can be external. It can also be internal. So when you have the disagreement or an argument or just some sort of chaos come up, know that it can be internal chaos. It can be external chaos. But your spirit guide is saying, be aware. Be aware that it may be coming, and be aware that you may be able to just completely curtail it because you know your truth and you know your power. Right? But there's going to be something that happens that makes you doubt, that makes you fear yourself, that makes you feel overwhelmed. Step back. Step back and embrace your creative power, your creative truth. Then we move to the Hermit at your root. This says, spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. It is time to embrace you. It is time to embrace what you want, what you desire, where it is that you want to be. Step back. Do not let everybody declare what you are supposed to be doing. It is a time of internal truth. And that's what you need to do from this 4 of Earth energy. It says being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate. Right? It's time to step back and make good business decisions. Now, business decisions don't just have to be simply business. It can be the business of your soul, whatever is severely important and prosperous to you. But as I say with the 4 of Earth, the 4 of Pentacles, I see this as, yes, you can be being too frivolous or being too frugal, okay? And what happens with either one of those is that comes from a place of fear. Either it comes from a place of fear of I'm not going to have enough, or nobody will like me if I don't give to them, or, just it can also be a place of delusion. Okay, delusion can be something that needs to be overcome too. Not to be mean, just putting out there what your spirit guide is saying at this time. So it's saying step back with the Hermit, showing forward, okay, coming forward, step back to what you truly want, to where you truly want to be. All right, it's self-discovery. It is understanding your desires, understanding your path, and it's not going to be the same path as everybody else. Right, Sagittarius, it just simply isn't. So here, as you step back and you claim your truth, you're going to find that you are aware of energy being misspent. All right, and people not to be trusted. Then we move towards renewal. All right, this is the Judgment card in the Major Arcana, in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this says, review and evaluate a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. It is. It's time to move in a new direction. It's time to look at things and say, you know what? This is my truth and this is where I stand. And it might not be anybody else's truth. Nobody else has to even understand you, Sagittarius, and that doesn't matter. It does not matter if they understand or if they don't. What matters is that you understand you. What matters is that you are connecting with the sense of turning inward and you are seeing your power. And it moves you to a 9. It moves you here, okay? If you see the way that 20 goes into 9, which is the Hermit. Okay, Hermit is also a Virgo energy, a time frame of August 23rd to September 22nd. Can be bringing up that time frame and something you need to meditate on or look at that has happened from that time frame forward. And then you move to the 9 of Earth and the 9 of Pentacles. So you go from a renewal, you go from a stepping back, an awakening, an awareness, to almost a completion of a cycle, of coming close to a finale that you have been working towards. And here, with the 9 of Earth, it says, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. So if you were looking to start your own business, this is something that your spirit guide is saying it's not a bad idea. Or doing something on the side that brings you great pleasure, it's not a bad idea. But this is also prosperity. This is a sense, again, it says spending quiet time alone. And that is going to be what helps move you forward. With the 3 of fire, with the, looking at your future, look at what you want. Look at what you desire. Spend time with your soul and with yourself, because that brings you to the King of Fire energy. You as the king and as the queen. Nobody can take this away from you but you. And that is a hard fact to learn. That is a hard place to stand. All right? But here, with this king and queen energy, you are introverted and you are extroverted. So know that you are going to feel pushed and pulled in kind of 2 different directions. Right? One where you want to be seen and the other one you really don't. Embrace that truth about you and do not see it as a bad thing. See it as part of your gift. But there is going to be a strong introverted energy around you. The queen also, as I always say, is the director behind the scenes. The king is the actor upon the stage. And here, once again, it says focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. It is time to talk about your vision. And not just talk. You might not want to talk about it with everybody else. But it is time to say what it is that you want. And if it's only with yourself, if it's only with your spirit guide, that's really quite enough. So it's communicating your vision and moving forward in your power. And then with the King of Fire, as you move forward in your power, as you embrace your truth, you have the 2 of Earth right here, the 2 of Pentacles. And this says, too much going on at once, a need to make a decision, consider a more playful approach. So kind of stepping back, you're juggling too much, but it's also you're juggling your prosperity. You need to have your footing. You need to know where it is that you stand. So here with the 2 of Earth, you are being told to turn inward once again. And if you can communicate with your spirit guide, if you could sit there and listen to the emotional knowledge that is coming your way and the emotional knowledge that turns into kind of almost a conversation that you have. And then that conversation turning into, okay, this is how we're going to move forward kind of thing. I'm going to be listening to this truth about myself because this person, right, your spirit guide, is a connection with perfection because it's a connection with spirit. The only thing perfect about us as human beings is our souls. And here, spirit is directly talking to your souls. Your spirit guide is directly talking to your soul. So it's saying here, do not bite off more than you can chew. Even cut back. Step back and say, what is it that I need to do? What is it that's important? And thinking of yourself. How much are you putting on your shoulders? How, thin are you spreading yourself? Because that is going to be something that needs to be addressed. For a lot of you Sagittarians, how thin are you spreading yourself? How much are you trying to do? And who's suffering in the long run? It's going to be you. And that's why you're being told here to turn inward, to look at what you truly desire as you move forward. Because here, with the 5 of air, it says, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation. Review everyone's motives. That's so important. An unwise choice. To be everyone to everything, or to be everything to everyone. To sit there and say, I can do this. I really know I can. Yes, you can. But sometimes we have to go slowly. Because you're going to have people trying to trip you up. Or you're going to have people taking advantage of what they see as weakness. It's not weakness. You actually have tremendous strength to you. They have to see that. They don't have to see that. Your spirit guide is saying they don't have to see that at all. But what they see within you is somebody who gives. And if you give so much, you see, Ella Wheeler Wilcox is a famous poet. And she says that there are 2 types of people in the world. And it's one of her poems. And she lists the type of people that you might say there are. But there are only 2 types of people, a lifter and a leaner. And she says, for every one lifter, there are about 10 who lean. So for every one person who lifts people up, there are 10 people who are going to throw on their shoulders what they need, okay? And say, oh, just take care of me. Just help me out. I can't do this. It's too hard. Life is hard. That's what living is. Katharine Hepburn said, living is the hardest thing we ever do. After all, it kills us. That's the truth. It's not supposed to be easy. And here with the 5 of air, the 5 of swords, there's chaos. And there's a need to step back. And there's a need to really look at other people's motivations, because their actions will tell you, not their words. People can say the nicest things, the prettiest things. It's their actions that will show you. The 3 of fire is saying that you are moving forward. All right? Again, abundance, things looking very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Right? Make long-term plans. See what it is that you desire. See how it is that you desire your way to move forward. Plan it. Not saying, okay, I have to do this day and that day. If you're not that type of person, you find that smothering. Don't do that. But sit there and say, where is it that I want to be? How is it that I see myself growing old? And if where you are right now is never where you want it to be, is never where you envisioned, and you're saying, you know what, I'm running out of time. I can't possibly be where I want to be. Stop. Stop putting that pressure on yourself. Divinity is guiding you. Your spirit guide is guiding you. That's their job. You will be where you want to be. You will be where you need to be. Trust them. So Sagittarius, how do you open yourself to this trust in your spirit guide, leading you towards this greater place of connection and truth? How does Sagittarius open their heart to their spirit guide, leading them towards a place of greater connection and greater truth? Living in their greater connection and their greater truth. How does Sagittarius open their heart to their spirit guide? Okay, fantastic. We start with the 9 of staves, the 9 of wands, okay? This is coming close to an end of a cycle, but this is also, feeling trapped, yes, but this is building a barrier between you and the outside world and saying, really, enough is really quite enough. It is time to step back. It is time to look at what I want, what I need, what I desire. And the world will come in, and they will tell you this and that, and you'll think, okay, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. If it's not true for you, Sagittarius, it's not true. Everybody else gets to live their life. You get to live yours. You are crowned by the 10 of swords. Ooh, you can't see that. There we go. The 10 of swords. You're coming to a completion of a cycle. Okay? Actually, you've come to the completion of a cycle. 10 is a completion of a cycle. But this is the darkness before the dawn. I see us as in a 10 of swords year. Okay? Or having come through a 10 of swords year, depending on where you are when you listen to this, 2019. All right? Here, this is saying that you have been held back just a little bit. The darkness has come in, and you've been tested. Now, you may not have handled each test brilliantly. You might have fallen down. You might have stumbled. You might have made mistakes. You are, again, human, and that's what we do. These are the doubts. This is the fear. But this is the darkness before the dawn, a sense of overkill before enlightenment comes. Then we have the Ace of Cups. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift of healing, beautiful love. It will bring tears. It will bring forth doubts and fears. It will make you look at things a little bit differently. Okay? It will cleanse your soul. Let yourself have a good cry. I know I always say let yourself have a good cry, but if you're like me, I hate crying. Oh my gosh, it's terrible. I'm like, no, I will not cry. Stiff upper lip and all that. But sometimes you have to just let it out. And if you are like me, you have to give yourself permission to say, you know what, I will just let it out, because sometimes it just becomes too much. And you could go to the gym and you can let it out that way, or you could go for a walk and let it out that way. But sometimes you just need to let yourself have a good cry. You just need to let yourself mourn where you are right now to where it is that you thought you would be, because that's actually going to open up your heart to the next level. The King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right? But it's an embracing of your prosperity. It's saying, I have a right to it. You are a king. You are the actor upon the stage. You see it and people see you. Then we have the 10 of Cups. You have 2 10s in this reading, okay? In this here. So here you are shown that there is happiness, there's joy, there's prosperity, there's abundance, wishes come true, love comes in. So you're crowned with doubt and fear. You're crowned with the fact that it's never going to come. So how do you open yourself up to your spirit guides' gifts? You embrace your prosperity. You cleanse your heart. You stop listening to what everybody else is saying to you. You start listening to yourself. And that brings you gifts beyond imagining. And it leads you to the 6 of Cups. A letting go of the past. An embracing of the dreams that have gotten you and cultivated you to this point. And a moving into your future. Remembering who it is that you want it to be and where it is that you stand now. Your subconscious message for this reading is the 9 of Waters, the 9 of Cups. Your wishes come true. Concerns fade away, a love for life. Your wishes come true. Concerns fade away, a love for life. Your subconscious message is you embracing your heart, your soul, and yourself, and being so empowered, being so connected, that it almost seems as if you walk in a world separate from everybody else's, because you walk in such beautiful blessings. All right, Sagittarius, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. It was an honor and a privilege to bring you this reading from your spirit guides. Bye.